Yo, what's poppin', Dew Nation? Ever chugged a Mountain Dew and felt like you could conquer the world, or at least land a sick kickflip? Yeah, me too. But have you ever wondered where this neon green elixir of energy even came from? Forget extreme sports, today we're taking a deep dive into the bright green history of Mountain Dew. Buckle up, because this story goes from Moonshine mixers to sponsoring X Games, and it's wilder than a sugar crash after a six-pack of Baja Blast. So, smash that like button, grab a Dew, and let's get sipping on some history. From backwoods to bottled. Back in the 1930s, two brothers from Tennessee were missing their go-to-drink for, let's just say adult beverages. Moonshine, however, was flowing freely. So, these two creative minds did what any self-respecting moonshine enthusiast would do. They whipped up their own mixer. And thus, in the late 1930s, with a name inspired by slang for good old-fashioned hooch, Mountain Dew was born. Stick around, because this story goes from moonshine mixers to extreme sports sponsorships, and it's crazier than a mosh pit at a rock concert fueled entirely by Mountain Dew. Marketing mayhem and mountain makeover. In the early days, the creators of Mountain Dew faced a tough challenge. Their attempts to market the drink were as successful as selling ice cubes to Eskimos. Despite their efforts, the beverage didn't quite hit the mark with consumers. But, as fate would have it, the 1946 Gatlinburg Bottling Convention marked a turning point for the brand. This event introduced Willie the Hillbilly, the brand's new mascot, and the catchy slogan, Mountain Dew, tickle your innards. This rebranding strategy, coupled with a green bottle design reminiscent of natural setup, finally got the soda flowing. The journey of Mountain Dew was not all smooth sailing. The beverage industry is a competitive landscape, and Mountain Dew had to contend with industry giants like 7-Up. Despite the successful rebranding, these competitors kept Mountain Dew on the fringes of the market. But as we all know, every brand has its own journey, and every journey has its ups and downs. Ownership odyssey. Mountain Dew wasn't always the neon giant it is today. After the Hartmans stepped away in the 50s, a company called the Tip Corporation took the wheel. These folks were like soda alchemists, tinkering with the recipe and adding ingredients like Tri-City Lemonade or even Tang, depending on who you ask. Then, in 1964, Pepsi-Cola came along and saw the potential in Mountain Dew, absorbing it into their ever-growing beverage empire. That's right, folks, Mountain Dew became a PepsiCo product, setting the stage for its wild ride to extreme sports stardom. Hillbillies to high-octane heroes. Imagine, it's the 1960s, and PepsiCo just bought Mountain Dew. Remember that moonshine mixer from the South? Yeah, they decided to milk that connection with a little help from the Beverly Hillbillies. We're talking hillbilly mascot, Willie, and folksy slogans like get that barefoot feeling. It wasn't exactly highbrow marketing, but hey, it worked. Fast forward to the 70s, and Mountain Dew decided to ditch the hillbillies for the great outdoors. They swapped the banjo for surfboards and started targeting water sports enthusiasts. Sure, going from moonshine to kayaking might seem like a wild leap, but it was a step in the right direction for the brand's image makeover. Stay tuned, because things get even more extreme from here. Flavor frenzy and formula fun. Mountain Dew in the 70s was like a teenage goth going through a rebrand. Gone was the clear, who even drinks this, look, replaced by the now famous neon green that practically screams extreme. They even threw in some orange flavor for good measure, because why not? This wasn't all they were experimenting with, though. Remember Mountain Dew Red? Yeah, neither do most people. They also tried their hand at Mountain Dew Sport, but that one fizzled out faster than a grandma trying to do a kickflip. While they were busy playing dress-up with the flavor and color, Mountain Dew was also distancing itself from its moonshine roots and embracing the world of extreme sports. This shift culminated in the iconic 1992 slogan, Do the Dew, basically telling everyone to get out there and be as rad as their new neon green drink. X Games and extreme expansion. Remember those times when your parents would shake their heads at the extreme sports you saw on TV? Yeah, well, Mountain Dew was right there with you, sponsoring the first X Games in 1995. This was a major turning point, ditching the moonshine vibes the creators envisioned and instead latching onto the world of daredevils and adrenaline junkies. Talk about a brand makeover. This shift wasn't just for kicks, although those sick BMX tricks were pretty rad. By associating itself with extreme sports, Mountain Dew attracted a whole new generation of thirsty fans. This new audience was a far cry from the moonshine-sipping crowd the Hartman brothers originally had in mind, but hey, who knew neon green soda and skateboarding would become such a perfect match? Code Red and the color craze. Remember the year 2001? Y2K fears were fading, Britney was rocking the scene with Baby One More Time, and Mountain Dew decided to get spicy, well, cherry spicy that is. They brought back their red flavor concept, this time calling it the legendary Code Red. But here's the cool part, they launched it through an online racing game. Talk about innovative marketing. And guess what? It worked like a charm. Code Red exploded in popularity, and it opened the door for a whole new era of Mountain Dew, a rainbow of vibrant colors and intense flavors that would make your taste buds do a backflip. Buckle up, because we're about to dive headfirst into the sugary, caffeinated journey. Democracy and flavor flops. Feeling like the ultimate decision maker? That's exactly what PepsiCo was banking on with Democracy in 2006. This wild campaign handed the power to the people, letting you choose the next Mountain Dew flavor. 3 brave contenders battled it out, and Voltage emerged victorious, forever etched in Dew history. But for contenders like Pitch Black, the reign was short-lived. While they enjoyed a brief moment in the spotlight, they eventually faded into the flavor graveyard, a cautionary tale for any aspiring Dew flavor hoping to climb the ranks. Beyond the Dew. Mountain Dew's thirst for exploration didn't stop there. They launched Mountain Dew Kickstart, a breakfast-friendly option with less caffeine and sugar for those who needed a morning pick-me-up without the jitters. They also partnered with various restaurants and stores to offer unique regional flavors like Bojangles Southern Shock and Red Lobster's DEW Garita, because who wouldn't want a margarita with a Dew twist? And finally, the hugely popular Baja Blast, initially a Taco Bell exclusive, will be gracing store shelves year-round starting in 2024. Talk about a reason to celebrate. Controversy and caffeine concerns. Mountain Dew might be the king of the neon green beverage jungle, but it hasn't always been smooth sailing. Sure, the caffeine content might raise some eyebrows, 54 milligrams per can is no joke, but other brands have faced flack for way more. Remember Surge? Yeah, that was a whole thing. But the real head-scratcher is the bizarre rumor from the 90s about Yellow No. 5 and its supposed impact on, well, let's just say it involves the male bits. Spoiler alert, it's totally false. Still, the rumor persists like a bad taste in your mouth after a flat soda. Oh, and there was that time in 2013 when a commercial sparked some controversy, but hey, nobody's perfect, right? Full circle, from mixer to hard seltzer. Mountain Dew, despite a few bumps along the road, is a massive hit. It's actually PepsiCo's second best-selling drink, which is pretty impressive. And get this, they've come full circle with their recent launch of Hard Mountain Dew. Think black cherry and watermelon flavors. It's like a callback to their Moonshine-inspired roots, but way more regulated and hopefully way less potent. So, while Mountain Dew's journey might have been a little wild, they're still going strong, and who knows what crazy concoctions they'll come up with next. So, there you have it, folks. The saga of the Dew, from its humble beginnings as a moonshine mixer to its current status as an extreme sports elixir. What's your favorite Mountain Dew flavor? Did you ever try the infamous Pitch Black? Share your delightful memories in the comments below.